the allegation is that on or about March 29th, you assaulted Michael Kurth in Three Rivers. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. How do you plead to that charge?
Before I plead, I'd like to have it put on the record that they're, for the alleged actions, they're trying to charge me twice. They're trying to charge me with an assault and battery as well as violating a restraining order for the same actions.
Well, they can do that.
Why?
It's two different things.
But it's the same action. Isn't that double jeopardy?
No. Let's say you have a trespass order and you're not supposed to trespass on a piece of property, and you enter into the property and punch somebody. Well, they can charge you with trespassing and the assault. So I'm assuming you wish to plead not guilty to?
But that's violating two different laws. I supposedly violated with the same action. It wasn't two different things. They're trying to charge me with the same action for two different cases. That's not, I mean.
All right, well, if you want a lawyer, I'll get you one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, I didn't do anything anyways, but from what they said, that from the affidavit that they gave me, the action.
Who has the which judge has the restraining order?
Patterson. I have not arraignment. I mean, I guess it'd be a preliminary exam conference tomorrow morning with him. Because they're saying I violated the restraining order by assaulting him.
Okay, well, all right, we'll sort that out. Set attorney pretrial for July 12th, 2024. Mr. Chris owes $1,175 worth of unpaid fines and costs. He has a controlled substance case from 2021 where he owes $175. He has a defective equipment case where he owes $125. He has a previous assault and battery, 221627, where he owes $275. He has disturbing the peace where he got the minimum fine of $125. He hasn't paid that. 222147. And he has a felony resisting and obstructing reduced to a misdemeanor, attempted resisting and obstructing. He owes $475 and he hasn't paid anything on that. So why don't you please take Mr. Christ into custody?
Can we please talk about this?
Yeah, you go back into jail and
I have my vehicle outside and stuff though.
Yeah, okay, you go back here and I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Today?
Yeah, right now. You're going into lockup.
No, are you going to talk to me today?
Yeah. You keep getting charged with assault crimes and then you don't pay any of the fine. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay. If you felt disrespect anyway, I apologize. I was just trying to ask questions. I wasn't disagreeing or trying to be disrespectful. I was just trying to ask questions.
All right, thanks. I just wanted to clear the decks while we take care of the other stuff. This is a return to Joseph Christ. He was here on an assault and battery case. He pled not guilty. I appointed an attorney for him and filed 24779 SM and set it for a pretrial for July 12th. Mr. Christ has had a bunch of other cases over the years, and I tried to deal with a bunch of these probably in 2023. In file 211409FY, you were charged with felony possession of methamphetamine. It was reduced to a misdemeanor use of methamphetamine. There was a probation violation. Judge Patterson gave you 60 days in jail, and there was a $175 fine left over, which you were to pay on a payment plan. You had an assault and battery where you did 29 days in jail and you owed $275. I think that was Judge Patterson. And you were on the same payment plan. You were going to pay $50 every 2 weeks. Then you had a disturbing the peace in file 222147, and you owed $125 and on a payment plan. And then I saw you in January on a felony resisting obstructing a police officer reduced to a misdemeanor attempt. I put you a payment plan on all 4 of these, plus there's an unpaid traffic ticket. and as far as I can tell, you never made one payment from January.
I was, while working at Little Caesar from March of last year up till December, I was making payments every check. You said you wanted $50 every check, and I was doing that for months.
Well, let's take a look.
I made several payments, and I had them down pretty low, and then I ended up losing my job. They transferred me.
Well, you made some payments.
Yeah, I was paying. They said I had them down pretty low, at least from what they told me in the office.
Well, that was 50. Then we reduced it to 20. And you did make some payments. And then in January, you stopped paying.
Right after I lost my job. They transferred me to Sturgis, and I just couldn't make the commute, and they didn't really care that I couldn't make the commute. They didn't want to transfer me back to Three Rivers. And
well, where are you living now?
I pretty much stay in my car. I mean, I park at my mom's on 3rd Street in Three Rivers, but I pretty much stay in my car. There's not really room for me at her house, and I'm not trying to overload her, so I just pretty much stay in my car.
Are you working someplace?
No, but on the 6th of June, there's a WSI job fair they told me to attend, and they said that as long as I come there with 2 forms of ID, that they will have me a job that day. They said I just have to be there.
You're right. You did make a number of payments. We reduced it from 50 to 20. And then you stopped paying and we sort of lost track of you. So I'm not going to do anything. I'll just say I reminded you
Okay, thank you.
of the payment plan. We're going to talk about it again on July 12th. So I want to see if you start to make payments by July 12th.
At $20 payments.
Well, $20 is better than none.
Okay, I just wasn't sure what the minimum had to
There's
be.
a lot of money spread over a bunch of different files.
That's what was so confusing to me about it, because they told me one case they said it was almost done, and then they said that one was at 0, and I asked them what that meant, and they said that was just one of them that was included in the grouping of it or whatever. But I will definitely go do something and find an odd job or something and get a payment made before July 12th.
All right, Mr. Chris, you're good to go.
Yeah,
you still need to go out to the counter regarding your court-appointed counsel.
I get these checks off.
Yeah.
In this courtroom hearing, Chris faces a misdemeanor assault charge while arguing that prosecutors are unfairly charging him twice for the same incident because it also allegedly violated a restraining order. The judge explains the legal distinction, appoints a defense attorney, reviews Chris's unpaid fines and difficult financial situation, then ultimately gives him another chance to find work and resume payments before his next court appearance.